Alright, I got the new Rift unit. Actually, I got him really early yesterday when the update came out. But I didn't think much of him. I didn't really evolve him or anything. But I did today. I did evolve him right now. Let me do some farming here. Place him down. I should turn my visual effects on. And maybe if we can farm from here using the unit panel. I just woke up. I just woke up, by the way. Where did they spawn from? Right, they spawn over here. This is. So, he's not much of a support. I guess he does cleanse your units of debuffs if you place them within his range, which is nice. But his passives are usually kind of, they're all damage based. I'll read them out. The first time an enemy enters his unit's range, this unit will follow up with the attack 1 with an 8-second cooldown. Anytime this unit attacks an enemy, leaves a ball. Oh, it's loud. Leaves a ball at that location after 5 seconds. The ball explodes, doing 40% of this unit's damage. Allies placed in this unit's range will become protected after 1 minute from when they are placed. Anytime a protected unit is debuffed, this unit will cleanse them. So yeah, just a kind of like one support passive. Basically, to explain what he does is that every time he attacks, you'll see him place down these little orbs, the little trail of orbs. Hold on, you'll see it. And they explode, doing 40% of his damage. I think it's per each orb. So that's like 80, 160% of his damage. Plus every single time he attacks. I'm assuming it's the orb stack in damage. I could be wrong. Up to 10 cursed balls per player. I guess it does stack because it has a capacity. So it can do up to 4 times damage. So honestly, a pretty good DPS. If you don't have one already, he's actually pretty good. Is he better than Guts? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. He's not fully AoE, but Guts has his own downside. That's usually because Guts' downsides, you guys didn't know. This isn't like a Guts showcase or anything, but if I compare him to Guts, Guts stuns some stuff after a while for his high DPS. And GG doesn't, so at least that's something better. Yeah, they pop right here and they do a lot of damage. Also, they stack, so 7,000. Okay, we had 8,000, right? So it won't kill him with one. It does stack. Okay, so if it was one orb, it wouldn't kill him. But it was multiple orbs, so they do stack. You can do like multiple times damage. He spawns about 4 per attack. That is 120% damage. So he's doing like double damage. So he does attack, then double damage afterwards. If that makes sense. Why should he spawn here? Okay, it's 1 orb right there. Okay, that's 1, 2. Oh, he has a lot more. So you can do up to 4 times his damage. Before I do anything else though, let me actually go ahead and spawn a Sunjin Wu back here just in case. Energies right here, so like 10,000 right there. And they explode. They do take a little while to explode though. So you might want to pair them up with this like a slow, like weather report. 6,000. We'll do shadows. Okay, so 3,000. This is with marksman. You can get him with monarch. I believe I had monarch in him in the portals, the rifts. I shot out monarch on him. I did around 300,000. Wow, I am really laggy. My computer is dying. Probably because I made an entire like hour of a clip, and also if you guys didn't know, my last video with it was like an hour, right? I messed up on the editing a few times, so I had to re-download it and re-edit it a few times. My computer is barely holding on. Let's add in some yen. Now what we're gonna do is modifiers. King's Burden, which if you don't know what that means, it just gives you monarch trait. I don't like this nose familiar, but you kind of need him on guts because nose was just the nose basically just makes him he stuns a unit for you, which means he can do bleed afterwards. Okay, so without all that craziness, look how many orbs he spawned in one attack. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, 8, 9, almost 10 orbs. You can have up to 10 orbs, each doing 40%. So that's 400% damage. That's 4 times damage plus his actual base stat. So almost a million if he spawns all his orbs. Because the orbs do stack, I believe, in damage. Could be wrong though. No, not spawning Yamamoto. Let's choose one that's easier. These guys. See these guys. How much health they got? 5 million? Okay. How quickly can you kill 5 million? Disable waves. Yeah, disable waves. I don't want these enemies spawning anymore. There's done a million already. 2 million already. Look how many orbs are stacked up right there. I mean, he clears through 5 million like nothing. Yeah, he just basically erased those units with 5 million health. So we'll do even further. We do 10,000. 10, 1, 2, 3. Same guys. So they have 61 million health. How quickly can he kill 61 million? How many orbs are just stacked in one place? Yeah, he's doing about 1 million per attack with his orbs hitting. So some issues with this unit, and some cons and pros here. Pros and cons. Pros, his orbs are really nice for crowd control, and they do a ton of damage. His SBA is really low too, for how much damage he's doing. He says 36,000 DPS without, that's like not considering his orbs. Some cons. These orbs explode. They take kind of a long time to explode. So you might want to, you definitely want to pair him up with someone like a weather report. I don't know, choose out newsman forecast. You don't want to pair him with someone like weather report. That way the orbs actually hit. Otherwise, they'll hit the enemies behind these enemies, and it won't land. He's doing a bunch of damage though. 49 million, 48 million. Orbs alone did 800,000. Yeah, that's doing a lot of damage. Yes, he does around 1 million per attack if these orbs land. So yeah, you definitely want to pair him up with slows or freezes because otherwise these orbs won't land. That's the only downside to him, really. He's very cheap to place too. Has a crap ton of damage. He's not even maxed out either. His stats right now aren't that great, and I don't have the optimal familiar for him either. He's honestly a pretty good unit. But yeah, you definitely do need to pair him up with slows. These orbs take forever to what's it called, explode. He's done almost 30 million so far. Okay, let's see how much guts do this. Compare him to guts. This update. So down guts, max him out. Turn his ability. How quickly can he shred down 30 million? Not even 1 million per attack. I don't know, maybe GG is better of a DPS than Guts is. Yeah, GG's a little bit better of a DPS. Could be wrong though, see if he can shred down 30 million. He does stun himself after he's done with his whole injury stacks. So he has 5 more attacks before he stuns himself. 700,000 for AoE. Yeah, he's stunned now for a full minute though, unfortunately. At least he does bleed. And repulsion, I forgot. He's still attacking even after being stunned. He is still attacking after being stunned. How is he doing that? Yeah, he did not shred down the same amount of health. So, GG's better of a DPS than Guts is. Puts him down again. Just one last time, I want to see how much DPS he can get here. Can he shred down 20 million? Guts at around 10 million before he left his range. I think. Yeah, he can definitely shred down these 15 million. So Guts at around 50 million. So they were remaining with like 20 million afterwards. After Guts was done with them. I want to see if GG can get 20 million before they leave his range. I mean, he did 30 million before they left his range over there, but that's kind of the path was kind of nice though. He had good placement. Let's see if you can kind of. This is kind of like a more of a straightish path. Let's see if you can do it here. I thought Gus was gonna be the best DPS from this update. I didn't expect GG to be this one, to be this good. There's 5 million left. So using like a straightish path, he did around 70 million. He's still attacking though. They're not even in his range. How is he attacking them still? What? How? They're not even in his AoE anymore. He's still attacking. Yeah, he did around 20 million. He's one attack off. We'll place down a unit over here to kill him. But yeah, so I think GG's better DPS than Guts is. However, I think Guts right now is the best bleed. We definitely needed that full AoE bleed. Yeah, that was a GG unit. Kind of stress test him there with. I forgot Guts spawns these weird looking things. But yeah, overall really good. I definitely, honestly, I think I might use him more. I don't have Monarch on him myself. I personally have what's it called, Marksman on him, so his damage is way lower. I think I might use him though. The only issue is, I think so. Another con about him, I think he relies a little bit on Monarch because of the fact that his orbs only spawn. They can only spawn 10 of them. So if you spawn 3 of him, he will only get 10 orbs maximum. So I think he does rely a little bit on Monarch, which is unfortunate. If you're not willing to get Monarch on him, then he might not be as good because you only have about 10 orbs, so it won't really stack with other units, other versions of him. If I place 3 of them down, I won't get 30 orbs, unfortunately. Probably the best though. I want to see him attack one more time. It's very nice. I like the visual effects. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.